Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. So a client of mine asked me to make this dress for her baby. All right, so guys, in this video, all right, you'll be learning how to finish this dress. It's not just about this style. Let me turn the fabric so you see the finishing. See the finishing. Children's clothes, those that are so already made, everything is tucked in. You see it, everything is tucked in. Look at it very well. You're not seeing any joining. All right, see the armhole neatly tucked in. So in this video you'll be learning how to do this. All right, so watch the video to the end so you'll be able to make your babies this way. If you're not making your children, your babies this way, then you have not started. Like, if you're not giving it this neat finishing, all tucked in, then you have not started making children's wears. All right, so in this video you'll be grabbing all I did. I'll be showing you step by step. All right, so let's get to it. This is the measurement 2-year-old baby. All right, now she said I don't want it too fitted. All right, children, they grow fast. By time you make a dress for them, before you know it, in 2 months, they've outgrown it. So she said increase the length. I said okay, I'm at your service. So guys, this is the measurement I used: neck width, neck depth. Now, neck width and neck depth is very important for children. If you make the neck width wide, the dress will not relax. So especially when it goes to do with children, you don't use neck width 3, you use 2, you use 2.5. Okay, so let's move to the cutting. Now, I have already folded the fabric. Now, this is original Ankara. You already know this particular design pattern is original. Okay, original high target pure cotton. So I've already folded my measurement. You see the folding is 8. Okay, so it's okay for me. That my highest measurement is about 6.5 or thereabout. So my shoulder, I'm going for 4. That is what I just marked. My armhole depth, I'm going for 4. Okay, now my half length, I got 7 for my half length, but I'll be adding 3/4 to it. Okay, so I went for, you can go for 8 or 7.5. All right, but at the end I'll have 7. Now I'll start marking my measurement. The chest, children don't have bust, so it's chest. Now I marked the accurate chest and I added 1.5 straight down. That is just what I did. Neck width, I went for 2 inches. Okay, now I'll curve. Let me curve the armhole. That is my armhole, right? Remember, my neck depth is, my neck width, sorry, is 2.25. But on the board I wrote 2.5, so you can go for 2.5 or 2.25. All right, so this is it. Now what am I doing? I'm trying to get the pattern, the front first. I will equally use it to trace out the second, which is the back. Right now there will be a press button on the back, a zip allowance more like on the back. Okay, so when I fold, I will make provision for zip allowance. Now the reason why I'm just cutting out, it makes it easy when you cut out the front and back, before marking the neck. It makes it easy. You're using a one stone to kill two birds, more like that. So I don't need to mark on the back. So when with my front pattern, I'll just place and cut. It makes it easy. So my client reached out to me, guys. Let me just you guys what happened. She reached out to me. She said my flight is on the 18th hope this dress will be ready. Me, I like money. I said, madam, it will be ready, yo. And she's one of those clients I can never say no to. Like, if she has event tomorrow, I can make her dress this night because she is good. She pays well, all right? So, guys, I'm tracing out the back. All right? Remember, there is zip allowance or button allowance, okay? But for this dress, I'll be using a press button for that, okay? So this is it, including the zip allowance, okay? That is it. So what I'll just do is go for my neck width and my neck depth. Neck width is usually the same, always the same, okay? Now the neck depth differs, but for this one I'll be going for 2¼ then first I'm cutting one inches neck depth, okay? That is for the back, all right? Then I'll curve it. The front, I'll go for 2½ for my front. Yes, I'll go for 2½ for the front of the dress, okay? 2½. Now you see I just deepened it, all right? So guys, you can see what I did. I just deepened. This is the front, the depth is 2½. Yeah, the depth is 2½. Okay, so that is it. What next? You can see now there will be I'll be using lining on this. I like using this suit lining on the children's wear, okay? So that will be what I'll be using for this dress. You can actually equally use the fabric for torn, but I'll be going for this is the lining, okay? So I'll just place them and cut. I will equally use this same lining. This is actually ½ yard of lining, all right? So but what I want is to use this ½ yard for the dress. The down part of the dress I'll be using this, the upper part of the dress I'll be using this. So I've placed it and I'm cutting. I'll just cut them through. This is the kind of lining, this I love this lining. Like when it comes to children's wear, I don't use any other lining. This particular lining, this suit lining, you know, when you wear it, it calms the body, you know, it doesn't cause heat. You know, when you wear suit, how the lining inside looks, that is the texture of this lining. I have one particular person I buy it from. It's not it's not everybody that sells it anyway. So I'm tracing out the pattern on the lining. So I'll have my lining for the turning. Good. I don't want it to be excess. You cut through. That is it. One. This one is ready. The remaining one is the back. Let's go for the back. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, and guys, turn on the notification. I do go live at times when sewing, all right? I go live. Any video you're not seeing on my channel, maybe you saw the cutting, you didn't see the sewing, just have it in mind I sewed it while streaming. So follow me, all right? Subscribe to my channel so you know you'll be notified whenever I go live, okay? And give this video a thumbs up. Guys, if you have any question, do drop it on the comment section, or you have a particular dress style you want me to help you out with, do let me know. So guys, this is the down part of this dress. This is just flay, all right? This is 360 flay, all right? Actually, while I was cutting this, I forgot to video it. That is why I'm opening it to show you guys what I did. It's just our normal flay, right? But this time, see the length. I went for 6 inches. Yeah, 6.5 is the length of this flay. Remember, on our board we have 22 inches as our length. Okay, and this flay is 6.5. The upper part we have 7. Okay, now this is how I'll sew. I'll sew the neck first round. All right, the same thing I'll do to the back too. When I sew it, the back too will be sewn, the neck first. But first, let me get pin and pin. Hold it down so it doesn't shift while sewing. No children clothes, the neck is so tiny. Now you can see how tiny that neck is. Okay, so it is very important you make your dress, the children's neck, be careful with the width. All right, I will equally sew this too. The neck, the way I just showed you, I'll sew it. Then I have done that. All right, now for me to turn, I'll have to notch, for the neck to relax. That is why I'm cutting through, to give it a relaxing effect. Okay, to give it a relaxing effect, that is why I'm cutting through. Now this is it. Let's turn. What next after the neck? Next thing is to join the shoulder. You can see how I placed it. Now this is, remember, we are trying to finish that all tucked in, neatly finished baby dress. So you can see you pin it, fabric to fabric, lining to lining. It is compulsory you do it this way, fabric to fabric, lining to lining. All right, so you make sure you pin straight. Hold it down. You equally get the other back. The back is 2-piece. You open it up, place it fabric to fabric, catch the shoulder. The shoulder is what we are joining together. You can see what I'm doing. When you join it, you pin it. When you join it, you pin. Then you sew straight, 1/4 inches. That is what you sew, 1/4 inches, or you sew 1/2 inches at most. So guys, I've sewn it. Okay, this is how it came out. All right, now what next? The armhole. We need to finish the armhole. You can see how it looks. You can see the joining of the shoulder. So this is it. Now for us to turn the armhole, you can see how I turned it. You have to flip it backwards. You have to flip it backwards. All right. Once you flip it, you pin. But before we do that, better you trim your lining. Yeah, trim it. Now you can see the excess, but that is not just the major reason why we're trimming the lining. Now we don't want a situation where the lining will be popping out. Okay, so for you to sew it, first you trim the lining to be accurately the same with the fabric. Then once you've done that, you take out 1/4 inches. You can see what I'm cutting, tiny. What am I doing? I'm reducing the armhole so that when I sew it, the lining will be shorter. It gives a more neater job, so that is what I'm doing. Okay, so that is it. Now I've trimmed it off, then I'll turn it back and sew. This way the lining will be where it should be. Then you sew. You can see how I turned it. The same thing I did at the back, that I will do at the front. Okay, now after sewing, I'll notch. Why am I notching? To give it a relaxing effect so it will relax easily. So I'm turning it. You can see how I'm turning it from the shoulder. I'm taking out, turning it. What I did was from the front, I took out the back. You can see this is the back that I brought out through the front. You can see now. Check out the armhole. You can see the fabric is a little bit bigger. That way you don't get to see the lining. It is very important. Okay, you see that? Good. So that is it. I'll do the same to the other side. Okay, now I've done that. You see how it looks. Now there are two ways of finishing this armhole I just did, but the best is this way. This way you get to take out your excess. Then once you've done that, the next thing is to join both the back and the front at the side. You can see what I did, fabric to fabric, lining to lining. In fact, when it comes to this finishing, it is lining to lining, fabric to fabric. Okay, that is the only way you can achieve it perfectly well. So this is it. All right, then this is the a more like a belt, all right, that will be put in. But first, before doing that, I have to turn it. Now if you want to pull belt, put your belt before shaping, because what you're trying to do now is shape. Okay, so put your belt before you shape. Where do you put it? At the fabric side. You can see how I'll do that. Okay, I'm just showing you in case you want to pull belt, how you do that. But this belt is very tiny, so you see how I'm doing it. I'm passing it through from, you see what I did? That is how you pass your band, your belt. Then you sew. Okay, now that's 1/4. I think the sewing allowance I added is 1.5. That is what I'll just shape out. Okay, now I've done that. This is how it looks. You can see it is giving what we want. Tucked in finishing. All right, everything tucked in. You see that? See the armhole, everything. You're not seeing the joining. All right, now what next? We need to join the down part of this dress to the upper part. Remember, the only way to achieve this is fabric to fabric, lining to lining. Now in this case, I'm joining the fabric first. So what I'll do is open, bring out the front, which is the fabric side, and I will, you see that, bring out the fabric part. That is it. Then I'll sew. I've sewn the line. See lining, this is the lining. I equally attach the lining to the lining, then fabric to fabric. Yes, you say the lining is longer. Yes, because I'm not done. This is a two-step gown. Okay, it's a two-step gown, so it will eventually cover the lining. All right, so you're seeing what I did: lining to lining, fabric to fabric. All right, now once you've gotten to this level, what you need to do is the same way you did fabric to fabric. You sew, you hold your fabric, all right, you place it and sew. That's zip allowance part. Okay, you get pin and pin it. Fabric to fabric. That is how you achieve this if you want to. You see that? That is it. The same thing with the lining, you equally sew. Okay, lining to lining, fabric to fabric. But first, when you pin, now we are sewing the down part. Now see what I did. I sewed the down part of the lining alone. The down part, that is from the half length downwards. Okay, because I told you there won't be zip. I'll be using what is it called? I'll be using press button on this dress, so I have to finish it in kind of a button. All right, that is why. So guys, you can see that this is how it looks. It is given. You see that? Okay, now what next? What next is for me to join the fabric. All right, to extend the fabric part. The lining is okay, I'll just weave it, extend the fabric part of it. Okay, that is all. So you see that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're still watching, guys, and subscribe to my channel So guys, this is how you finish your baby. Like, you need to be finishing your baby's dress this way. It gives it that neatness. I don't make children's wear anyhow. I make sure I finish. I tuck in everything. Everything has to be tucked in. So this is how I do that. Okay, so I'll just cut the gathers and add to the fabric to extend the length to 22. Yeah, it's a two-tiers gown. Now for this part, I'll just fold it and sew. I told you I'm going for button way, so this space I left, I'll just sew 1/4 inches. Yeah, I'll just sew 1/4 inches. So that is it, guys. What next is for me to cut out my gathers. Okay, now first we need to get the accurate measurement. First we need to measure this dress to know what we are cutting. You can see it's giving me 12.5. All right, and according to the measurement on the board, we are going for 22, so I'll be needing about 10, between 10 and 11, okay, for my gathers, and I want it full. So this is it, guys. This is end result. Is this not looking beautiful? So if you have not subscribed, guys, subscribe, and see you on my next video. Much love. Remain blessed.